Hey guys, Yankee here, and today I want to be talking about Do You Love Your Mom anime episodes, 5 to 8. These 4 episodes adapt Volume 2. And just like the first video, this is going to be sort of a a lazy video. I didn't take any notes. I'm just going to be flipping through Volume 2 here, pointing out things that are different, talking about things that I like. Um, so yeah, this is the volume where we we go to school for some reason in this fantasy game. The school was made because parents had been complaining that because the kids aren't going to school because they're in the game, they wanted a school for them to go to. So everyone goes to school, where we meet a new player, Medi and her mother, Medi Mama, and it's another sort of not necessarily bad mother. She's not a great mother, but she's got sort of good intentions. Um, so before we get on to sort of stuff that happened in the book, I'll talk briefly about voice actors again. Medi's voice actor is fine. Medi Mama's voice actor is fine. I've sort of realized um, that when I read not always, but sometimes I like girls with deeper voices apparently than Japan does, because Medi's got a very high voice in the anime, except for when she's angry, obviously. Um, but yeah, so her voice doesn't sound like what I imagined it would. Um, but it's fine. They're fine. Um, yeah, I don't know. We got Mamako at the start, sort of overpowering everything again, with Wise and Masato sort of feeling irrelevant, I guess. They're sort of down on themselves because, they don't get to actually do anything. And sort of what makes them want to go to the school is that, like, answering questions will give you points, which you can either put into your skills or you can spend to, like, get special items. And some of the items there are specifically designed to lure them in by Shirase. So then we go to school, we meet Medi, we see sort of the troubled relationship between her and Medi Mama. We got Medi Mama sort of wanting her to always be number one, sort of pushing her hard and sort of controlling her, I suppose. And then, like, Medi Mama even cheats while they're trying to get questions answered, stuff like that. Um, let's see. What else happened in this volume? It's just school stuff. Like, I don't really know what to say about it. We did a competition in the pool where Masato freaked out because Mamako was in a school swimsuit, which I don't get. Sort of, I don't get the school swimsuit thing in Japan. Like, I don't get why it's a problem. I'd rather if you're going to the beach with your mother, you want her covered, right? That's what you would think. Like, okay, my mom's in a school swimsuit, as opposed to like some skimpy bikini or something. Like, wouldn't that be the preferred option? I don't know. So Masato freaked out about that, um, and then they had to fight like a monster, and Masato won. And I think this is where Medi gets slapped by her mother. Um, and then it's like a very condensed, like, school year, sort of, right? Because then we've got what are they called? The, like, culture festival or whatever, um, where Mamako and all them sort of decide, hey, we're gonna do a little cafe, and then sort of Medi Mama sees it as a challenge, and so, like, oh, we're gonna compete over whose cafe does the best, and I want to sort of force my daughter into it, and things like that. Also, I got to bring up the other students. I think Shirase was the one. It had to have been her, because she's the only, like, admin. She brings up that the school was sort of slapped together real quick, so all the students, none of them have faces. They've just got sort of like, um, there's a name for it, but like when you do an uppercase U, a lowercase w, and uppercase U to make a face, like, all their faces are sort of like that, um, and so they look weird. They have, like, no faces. But something I hate in anime is 2D shows, like a 2D animated show with CG in it, because it never looks right. It always looks out of place. So you see like a nice 2D show, but then you see a 3D car, and it sort of takes you out of it because it doesn't look like it fits. Um, Whereas in here, some of the students at times were CG, and it didn't really take me out of it as much because they're supposed to be sort of like half-assed, I guess. Um, so I actually wouldn't have minded if they were CG the whole time. It's nice that they weren't, I suppose, but this is one like the few times that didn't really bug me. Um, I don't know. Medi gets angry. Another sort of like a dark item, right? Wise's mom had it in the first set of episodes, and then in these episodes, Medi Mama has it as well. So somebody is sort of messing with the game and giving people these items. And then Medi sort of goes berserk and takes like a dragon form, and um, it's kind of ugly. Like in the novel illustration, it's all shadowy and you can't really see it very well. But in the anime, it just looks sort of goofy with her hair, her bright blue hair, and it's got boobs and stuff. Before that, though, I just flipping through the book, I saw an illustration. The pillow fight scene was cut. I don't know why they did that. I like that scene. It was fun. Um, it's just Masato. What is it? Masato Wise, Porta and Mamako sort of having a pillow fight, and it was a cute little thing, but that was cut out of the anime. Also about Porta, I like Porta. I like all the characters in these. The anime is really helping, really like teaching me to appreciate her cuteness, because throughout the novels, sort of Masato thinks she's really cute, and that's fine, but she doesn't do too much in the novels yet. At the time I'm recording this, I've only read up to volume 6. So, like, we still don't know who her mom is. There's still sort of hints about that. Like, I think I know who her mom is, but she hasn't really got to do much. She's just sort of in the back. She's not a fighter, so she doesn't fight. But somehow, because Mamako does most of the fighting, she is the one that gets the most to do. Because she, like, picks up the little... In the anime, they're like little cubes. And she does a lot of crafting. But in this episode, they had to do like there's a cooking thing in class. We had to cook, and so Porta got to use her magic, and just the way that the voice actress sort of does the spell was really cute, and so I've begun to appreciate Porta a bit more because of the anime. And that's basically it. Many turns into a dragon. They fight her. They win. The dark item that had sort of how should I describe it? Sort of infected Mei Mama and sort of pushed her to a point where she is no longer trying to do good by her daughter and instead just sort of pushing her daughter for herself, right? Like that item gets destroyed. They sort of, Medi and Medi Mama sort of fix their relationship, and then Medi joins the team because now we have a healer, and that's great. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, not a whole lot happens. The whole novel happened in 4 episodes. It's good. I think these episodes are okay. So far, this adaptation has been all right. It's still sort of cheap. I've started listening to the OP, the opening song more, and it's sort of catchy, and I'm liking it a bit. I don't remember if I brought this up in the first episode, but I only listened to it once and I was skipping it. I've been listening to it a bit more, and I like it. The ending song is okay. But yeah, we got one more volume that these episodes cover. I don't know how well they're gonna do it because sort of volume 3 introduces like the arc of the novels, and that's where we're gonna end. So that's gonna kind of suck. But yeah, anyway, the show's okay so far. Again, it hasn't cut out too much. Just sort of like the pillow fight scene, which is just sort of for fun. But yeah, that's it. It was okay. This show's alright. I probably wouldn't have kept watching if I didn't force myself to make these videos on it. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I'll be back and soon to talk about the last few episodes of the season. So I'll see you guys then.